Someone wants to say hi. You say hi. You say hi. You say hi. Hello. Hello. You say hello. Yeah?
You are most welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we are going to be making candles at a low price. Do you think you can make candles at a low price? And they smell good? They look good? This is the video for you. Do you usually get challenges with mosquitoes? With little doodles, ants? Or maybe cockroaches? This is your video. We are going to help you out with making candles that can help you get rid of those insects and also get rid of mosquitoes without using chemicals. However, we are only going to be using candles that are going to send away the mosquitoes, and your house will be a mosquito-free house. This is what we are going to be using for today. We shall be using cloves. This is very key. It is an antibiotic, by the way, but this is very good when it comes to sending away mosquitoes. We shall have coffee. Yes, some of you have been taking coffee, but you don't know that it is very useful when it comes to taking away mosquitoes, and it gives a very nice scent to the house. We are also going to have our candles. These are our candles. I think each is 500 each. So we managed to get 4 of them. Yeah. These are 4 candles that we are going to be melting today. And the other item we are going to be using is you can use your frying pan, like I'm going to do. You can use any saucepan. This is where we are going to be melting our candles. Remember we said for us we are going to be using 4 candles. This is where. And then after, I'm going to be blending the coffee and cloves together once again. They are already in powder form, but I want them to mix very well so that they are very fine and they are easy to penetrate through the wax. I'll be mixing the coffee with the cloves. I mix them with the oil. This is oil. My oil has eucalyptus, my oil has rosemary, and it has coconut plus olive oil, and also some black seed oil. This is where I'm going to be finding my cloves and the coffee. We do not have proper measurements. However, this is much I'm going to use. This is how much I'm going to use. Oops, sorry. And then for my coffee, I think I'm going to put in 2 spoons. No, let me use 1.5. I've put my coffee together with the cloves, so I'm going to be blending them together to have a fine mix. You look at that. So as I'm doing this, I want to ask, have your parents ever told you about using your eyes to measure quantities. This is how my mixture is now looking. My powdered mixture. If you actually don't have time to do this, you can just get your coffee powder and then burn your candle. If you have where it can burn from, you add in the powder. That is only for people who do not have time for such, to ensure the mixture is fine. So here is our mixture. We added the coffee and the cloves together with the oil. Remember, our oil has eucalyptus, it has rosemary, it has black seed oil, it has coconut and also olive oil. These essential oils are very good, not only to your skin, but also to your environment. For example, if what you have done, they are very good when it comes to chasing away mosquitoes and also flies around you. They are very good. My tongue slipped somewhere with the fry.
So we've put our candles on the fire, and after they have melted, we are going to be removing the threads. These threads are going to help us with the new candles. We're going to reuse them. We might have to twist them a little bit so that we have a thicker string in the middle, but we have to reuse them because we don't have any new strings to use in the new candles.
Now that our candles have melted, we are going to be removing the strings, putting them in a clean container. You have to be careful not for the strings to fall down.
Okay, now that our candles have melted, we've been able to remove the threads. What we are going to be doing is to braid this a little bit. So I want it to be a bit thick for us, so I'm going to braid it a little bit. Sorry, I'm very tall, I'm exceeding the camera level. I think this is better for us. Yeah, you can see me. Somebody has become very small. That is perspective. Things become smaller the further they move away. So he's tiny. I can hold the head like this. Let me see. Yeah. So, this is the tin we are going to be using. And this is one of the threads that we are having. So the best thing is to measure how deep you want that thread to go and how deep or high your wax is going to be. From the 4 candles we've been able to use, I'm guessing our wax might come up to about here. It's not really going to go high. The wax is not that much. Yeah, the candles seem like there are many, but yeah, it's not going to go so high. So I'm thinking that our wax might go up to here. But there's one thing you need to note while you're pouring in the wax, you need to make sure that that string remains in the middle standing like this. So I'm going to be braiding about 2 of them, all 3. Then I will add 1 to attach to these ones so that it's what we roll up on top here so that our thread can remain in the middle. But it's better when you see it. So let me not over talk about it, but instead show you what exactly I am meaning.
You want me to help you?
I still remember my braiding. Very soon I'll be braiding your hair.
I'll be grateful.
I'm actually braiding it like actual braiding would be.
Let me hold.
So for people, now you can hold it this side, yes. For people who need their hair braided, I'm the person to talk to. And I have speed. Very soon we are going to be doing a video where we are braiding hair. So you'll be seeing how we braid hair here at home. I want to be braiding the hair for some reasons, but yeah. So this is why sometimes I don't do that. I usually do it different from how most people do it. I don't know whether because I'm a man. Even when I'm crocheting, I crochet differently. Even while people are starting from the right, going to the left, may I start from the left, going to the right, something like that. All I have a way I do it that people are not understanding that well. Yeah, it's a bit slippery, but I would have already finished it. The wax makes it a bit slippery. So this is my braid. Yep. Let me see if I can focus on it properly. Yes, like this. Yeah, so this is the braid. Now it's going to be going here in the middle. Actually, I don't have to even insert in any extension for it to be held in the middle. So it's going to be going here in the middle. But the other thing I have to do, I have to get something like a pencil that will hold it in the middle. I have to put the pencil here. Let me come back and I show you that. I am back and I think I've got something. I'm going to put a pen here. So the pen is going to be here in the middle. Let me show you. I think you're not seeing well. Yeah, it's going to be here in the middle of the tin like this, or the glass. And then this one will have to wrap around it slightly. Like this. So I'll position this in the middle of the glass like this. So as we are pouring in the wax, this will remain in the middle. Just a moment. Like this. You seeing it? Yeah. So I just have to make sure that it is settled down, it's not moving at all. Wax melted. It even started evaporating. There's this saying, is it adding some cherry on like making a topping? I'm not sure of how exactly it is said. That's what I'm going to be doing. So
cabbage.
This is part of the coffee that I usually take. I don't blend it completely. I leave a bit of particles. So I'm going to be using this coffee to just sprinkle on top and add on a bit of toppings.
Better cabbage. This is a new
Nori, remove my microphone. So when you have candles like these ones and you've used them, you've consumed them up to maybe like almost at the bottom, and then they're not so much usable anymore. Don't throw away the tin. Don't throw away the tin with that wax that is below. It's usually very hard to also remove, but here is the solution. You get very hot water, you pour it in the tin here, and after pouring it in the tin, you will make sure that you leave it to cool down. It cools down with the wax. So the rest of the process is more of chemical reactions that will happen onto the wax. But anyway, what will happen will be that as it cools down, it will make sure it leaves the outer it will go onto the walls of the glass and remove all the wax. So the wax will remain in one place, separated from the water. So what will happen is that the water and the wax will separate. So the glass will remain clean. The water will have melted the wax, and then the wax will have collected together as wax, and then the water as water. So you'll find that the entire inside of the glass has become clean, and the wax is inside, and the water is forming an outer layer onto the glass itself directly. So I'm going to be doing this, and I'm going to be showing you how it really comes out, so that you have ability to reuse your tins or your glasses. So now, here is our tin or our glass can, and then this is the hot water. I've just boiled it right now. It's very hot. So I'm going to be pouring it inside here, and then you're going to be seeing how it happens. Because it's very hot, it's already going to be melting the wax that is inside here before even the other process that I explained happens. Now, if you're to take a good look, you're going to be seeing that there are bubbles coming off the sides of the glass. So the wax is now being detached from the walls of the glass. It's being detached. So you're going to be seeing this process happening slowly by slowly. I might record it all, or I might not. But what you're seeing here is that the wax has been melted to a good extent off the walls at the moment. Even here, it's going to continue going off. Then I might need to add water until the top. Or for the top, because it's not so deep, I'll be able to clean it with maybe like any kitchen cleaner that can scrape off that soft wax that is still maybe on top here. Yeah. But after a while, I'm going to come back and I show you how this has really turned out. Yeah, so we are just going to wait for it, and then we see. So I also have a second candle, a second glass. So we're going to be doing the same process to this one as well. Yeah, because I have other glasses that I can use, but what I've decided to do is to reuse the old ones with the method that I've just explained. Here we go with our hot water. There we go. The process is starting again. You see? Yeah, there's something that happens. I think it's the coffee. Most of the wax that has a bit of more coffee than other parts of the wax, I think, is the one that is coming up and floating. Because for these candles, they had a very concentrated mixture of coffee in them. Yes. Now, if you're to see one of these other tins, actually the coffee, the wax reached a point and it all lifted up. I think it lifts up depending on its density. I think all the wax actually goes up. Yeah, while I did it, it would remain down, and then the wax just detaches from the walls of the glass. But for this case, what I'm seeing, it's slightly different and magical. I know it's hot, but yeah. So what has happened? The wax has gone up. Yeah. And what we're having here is more like, it looks like tea. Yeah, so our wax has detached. It's now going to be easy for us to reuse this particular tin or glass. This one is very hot at the moment compared to the other ones. I might not be able to carry it, but the same process is happening. I don't know whether it will also lift up completely. Yeah, this is a thicker glass. It's actually not that hot on top, but inside it's very hot. Yeah. Voila. So now our wax has separated in very many ways. There's the water at the bottom. We also have coffee at the bottom. So well burnt husks of coffee remained down. Then our wax is up on top. Then there's another layer of a bit of coffee down. But if you look up here, this is what we are having. Yeah, the wax is on top here, and the water has gone through like this. So you see. So I can actually even remove this part of the coffee, the wax. So you see the way the wax is, and you're seeing the coffee below it. Yeah. So this is all wax. Actually, I think we could have reused this wax to make other candles. While we were making the new candles, we decided to use a new container, but we could have used this very container. Yeah. So I'm going to pour it. Yeah. And now, my struggle that is remaining is to remove this big lump of wax. But you can tell that my container is quite clean. I just need to, this is actually coffee, it's not wax that is really on the sides. But it has now cleaned it better. So it's now easy, rather than having it down here when it's all strong and you have to just scrape it. Thank you for being a very good audience from Mama Netata. Tweyanziza. Mwelaba.